What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of DGT Live. This is episode number 111. We're coming at you like Cleopatra from the central coast of California. I'm Leo, along with
Rick
and
Francisco.
DGT Live on Monday nights
Live
is your friendly show about gaming, movies, and pop culture, all from a family-friendly perspective. So this weekend was the Super Bowl. Great Super Bowl, by the way. If you're a football fan, it had a lot of action, lots of offense.
I know Pancho couldn't shut up about it.
No defense whatsoever, except for the one game-changing strip sack play.
What quarter or what? When did that happen?
It happened in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, okay.
Where everybody was like, "Tom Brady's gonna do it again.
Tom Brady's gonna do it again.
Tom Brady's gonna get it done." And then people told me, "Shut up, Leo."
Shut up, Leo.
Spreading rumors over here.
And you know, everybody who knows anything about football knew that was gonna happen. But that guy strip sacked it, and the Patriots ended up paying heavily for it. They lost the game. But you know what? They got 5 rings. I think they'll still be happy once it's all said and done, because Tom Brady is a great quarterback.
Yeah,
one of the greatest of all time. Montana, the GOAT.
Hey, Montana.
There was
Montana's still the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Or a meme of Brady walking into the locker room. He had like a full-on trench coat, like made out of wool.
Oh yes.
Did you see that picture? I don't know. Was it you that posted it?
No, I didn't post it.
Someone posted a picture. I just kind of quickly browsed over it, and they captioned it. Tom Brady looks like a single mom coming out of court just after winning custody of his children.
Oh
her
man,
children.
that's harsh.
He looked like very. He looked off, very off.
Hey, he has enough rings. He's good.
Yeah, he don't care. He can look however he wants.
I mean, I don't hate the guy like a lot of people do. I mean, it's just a sport.
Deflate gate. What?
I'm not gonna hate anybody over a sport.
How can I reach these kids?
But
Mr. Cartman.
Hey, we're back. We're back.
We're back, guys.
Earlier today, we had a little bit of a technical issue during our first
go
at the show, the live show, but things
that's what happens with the live show.
But we're back. I'm glad to see some of your friendly faces back. Melinda Stewart, AJ Bishop, thank you very much for rejoining us, and for everybody else out there on YouTube and also watching us live on Facebook. Remember to drop those comments. Check us out. Visit our website, digitalgametime.com.
Were you stretching or were you typing?
Typing.
Okay.
So along with the Super Bowl, lots of new ads. Boom! Here's the first one that we want to talk about
this
today.
This isn't really an ad.
It's a trailer, teaser trailer.
Teaser trailer.
Is it an actual trailer?
No, it is official trailer.
Okay, so it's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Well,
because this one actually
is an ad for the film.
This one didn't come out during the Super Bowl week.
Oh, that was before.
It came out last week. We spoke about it last week's show, but this actual trailer came out a day or two after we spoke about it, so we didn't have a head to show it to you. But looking at it, it looks nice. It looks like
so
a good action flick to go watch.
Oh man!
And I think we were speaking about this, that part 1 was just kind of came out of nowhere. Like they just we need to fill up a spot. Okay, Ant-Man, cool. Let's get a movie going.
Well, this was one of those movies that was played with problems. Different directors, people were not getting along, and Ant-Man almost didn't even make it. So the final product that we got was the result and the product of many people putting their hand in it. So it had a few problems that were not resolved, but it looks as though in this movie we're actually gonna get something way better than the first movie, and it could be kind of like what happened with Thor. The first 2 movies were not that great, and look at Ragnarok.
I disagree. I think the first 2 Thor movies were great.
It's
just, I mean,
the first one I didn't really enjoy much. The second one I thought was good, and the third one was amazing.
I thought they were better. I find them more rewatchable than the Avengers films. Actually,
rewatchable.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've tried to rewatch Avengers films. I just can't.
Pez.
The first one was actually the second Marvel movie in the cinematic universe, so it does have its history. It does have its hand
I thought
in it.
Iron Man was the second,
and then
or
Wakanda
or fifth.
We have a comment. I think Leo would have been a great Ant-Man
because Blade.
Oh.
Blade is technically in the Marvel universe, isn't
you just
it?
upset Pro Leo.
I thought you were gonna say Blade is actually in Wakanda as well.
Oh no, we don't say. We're adults here. We don't say shut up. We just mute you.
We just shut you up.
Just tune you out.
But you know what though?
And it's over.
Yeah. Wakanda.
Was that it?
Yeah, these are quick. This one came out on
Man, I want to rewind that. I'm sorry, Francisco.
Saturday, I believe. It
And
wasn't
you
during
should
the Super Bowl.
apologize too for that extra long Wakanda.
It's
chant.
Wakanda, dude. Look at that.
Is that like one of their things? Do they like yell out Wakanda like
In
like
the
you
comics, they used to. I don't know if they're gonna do it in the movie, but
Okay.
that was like their
Tribal chant.
Yeah,
Kinda.
like when they're about to fight, there's enemies invading.
Well, yeah, it's like in Coming to America.
kind of like this is Sparta, you know.
This is Sparta. There you
Yeah.
go.
Like
That's a
Eddie
good
Murphy,
comparison.
you know, Arsenio
This movie
Hall.
looks amazing. It's coming out the 16th, which is next
Nobody gets
Friday, I believe.
Outdated joke.
Move it on.
I think
next
Leo
weekend.
would have been a great Ant-Man, says the
I
illustrious Alfonso.
I already
Bishop.
read that comment, but you were too busy
Oh,
blocking
dude.
Pancho.
So yeah, Civil War, not Infinity War. What happened to Captain America's shield? Did somebody take it?
Remember at the end of Civil War, he gave it back to Tony.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
because it was his dad.
They were fighting, and he's like, "Hey, that shield is mine." He was
Yeah.
like, "Bam, here."
Yeah, that's right.
You
have
can
it.
Keep it, sucker.
So the one thing that I don't get or see that they were connecting in any way, that Captain America's supposed to have like an energy shield at some point. That didn't look like it was energy. It looked like some kind of metal that just like pops out of a wristband or something.
Mm-hmm.
Looks cool, but not comic.
Yeah.
True.
What what I'm interested in seeing in this movie is the chemistry and relationship between the Guardians and the Avengers, because it may not work, guys, and I'm scared that it may actually be too many superheroes on screen. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I'm just all about the Guardians. I'm just here for Guardians. I don't care so much about the Avengers.
Yeah. Oh, and then we have a Lucasfilm finally released the trailer for Solo. And I have to say, guys, I like the style of this movie. I like the rogue, I don't know, personality of the guy. But I cannot see this guy as Han Solo.
Who is this actor?
I don't even know his
James
name.
Earl Jones.
Okay.
But I like that they're showing the Falcon brand new. I like that it doesn't look anything like what we're used to. It actually has like some sort of clamp in between the two clasps that we already know about. And Chewbacca has a double bandolier
Hey,
now.
Mitch.
So, I mean, I don't know if all those changes are
This summer.
okay.
Like
but
they purposely threw that in there to say like, okay, this is way different. This
yeah,
is
so I don't know. I think they're trying too hard.
I'll
But
be
they-
honest with you. It looks amazing.
It does.
From an aesthetic point of view.
It does.
But
But it's the
fact
character,
that
you
it
know?
says Solo on
Solo.
it, and
And no Harrison Ford.
the
you know?
fact that the dude doesn't even resemble
It
him at all.
doesn't. It does
I mean, I don't know
not.
about his acting. I can't tell from this trailer. But just from an aesthetic point of view, it doesn't seem like Solo.
No.
You know, it doesn't seem.
It doesn't look like a Star Wars film. Let's just say that.
It
You
should
know,
have
I
just
mean,
CG.
It looks cool.
Harrison
It
Ford
looks
all
cool
over
as
it.
heck. But it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have that feel to it, that vibe.
You know,
Even
we're still
the
gonna
logo.
watch.
Bah.
Even the logo, it's in the same font, but just because it just says Solo as opposed to anything else, like a big long Return of the Jedi or Phantom Menace, you know, it's just Solo, just 4 letters. It doesn't look right.
Which I'm thinking that's not
It
actually.
looks
his
like an
real name.
invitation to a hip hop concert.
I'm thinking that he probably grabbed or adopted this name, you know, to hide his actual personality, his actual, identity.
The screen name.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll find out. I guess we'll see if Disney and Lucasfilm still have it.
What if they're just trolling us? What if?
No, they're not.
No.
trolling us,
What
dude.
if this guy from the trailers that we've seen? What if this is just like a snippets from a flashback that Harrison Ford, the actor, is actually having?
At some point, he's just gonna be. But it's not a movie.
Yeah. I
It's
don't know.
like 89 minutes of Harrison Ford and 1 minute of this guy. Like in
It's when he was
flashbacks.
frozen in carbonite. He's just
Yeah,
remembering.
he's remembering.
That'd be actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. We'll see.
So what's up with the Natalie Portman rap?
Oh, dude. Saturday Night
Star
Live
Wars
this past weekend. Oh, my God. She hosted, and she actually went and did one of those old musical... What were they used to be called?
Rap battle?
No, they had a name. Digital Short. That's what they used to call them back in the, like, I don't know, early 2000s. Andy Samberg, it started doing that. Remember, I'm on a boat, you know, all those music videos.
Oh, featured on Saturday, yeah.
And so they brought this back just for Natalie Portman. And let me just tell you guys, I was very surprised that she's actually a good rapper.
Well, it's not that she's a good rapper. It's just that the new style of rap, they got it down to a formula where it has a certain flow that's really easy to mimic.
I didn't hate it.
And
I think it was just because it was funny
and
that it made you enjoy it.
That's what it was.
Very, very
explicit.
In other words, I don't have
don't watch it with kids.
I don't have respect for Natalie Portman as a rapper.
Ooh, as an actress?
As an actress? Yes.
I'm
as a rapper? No. I did not like Black Swan. Everybody loves that film.
I've never seen it.
I hated it. I couldn't finish it. I never even finished it. I didn't give it a chance. Sorry, Natalie Portman. And
Give
I
us
didn't
some likes
like
if you
the
want
original
to
trilogy.
finish watching it.
Here's the show.
There's a part where she says something about, like, say something about the prequels, and I'm like, I'll tell you something about the prequels. I'll tell you a little something about the
about
prequels.
the mother and prequels. That's what she says.
Yeah.
So Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. It actually looks more interesting.
It does.
The last trailer we saw is when all the dinosaurs are running away from the volcano explosion
Here
and
we
jump
have
into the water.
Peter Pan Velociraptor coming through the window.
Seriously.
Floating through the window.
What is this about? It's like, you know?
Well, let me tell you, Isla Sorna was the second island, and I'm just kidding. No, this is completely new. It's not sticking to what the original novels were by Michael Crichton. It's completely new thing, and I love what they're doing. I felt like the original sequels were kind of tied down to what the novels were, and the novels, as great as they were in reading form in that genre, or in that medium, they didn't translate so well as the first film did onto the silver screen. But these are built from the ground up for the silver screen, and I think they're working great. And
I enjoyed
Chris
the first
Pratt. He's a superstar. I think he's the most talented superstar that Hollywood has had in a very long time, as far as action movies go. Yes, we all love The Rock. He's great, but Chris Pratt has much more subtlety to the characters he plays and much better range, I think. Plus, he has that screen presence that's just undeniable.
Yeah. All right.
The end.
Okay.
The end.
Cool. June 22nd.
Still got some time to go.
Yeah.
Try the, Jurassic
Dinosaur
effect? Jurassic effect.
Wow.
Dinosaur effect.
And then,
Speaking of The Rock.
So, Mission Impossible, Leo.
I didn't know you was making movies still.
Remember when we went to see the first one back in like 96?
Yes, I remember that.
And we went to the theater and we saw this.
I thought there would never be another movie, a
And that's
Mission
what I'm
Impossible
saying.
movie,
It's like,
after seeing that one.
well, part 2 was expected. Part 3, to a certain point, it was also expected. But after part 3, I thought that was it. And now I
felt
this one is
really
part
tired
6.
by then.
Yeah.
After part 3, I was like tired of it.
Yeah, but now we're on part 6, I think. It's either 5 or 6.
I don't remember them. I mean, I remember part 1. I didn't go like crazy over it. I don't remember 2, 3, 4, 5, any of those.
Yeah, Rogue Nation.
And I mean, despite some of the crazy shenanigans
I can't remember.
this guy has going on in his personal life, he's still
a good actor.
a great actor.
He's
not just good. I think he's great.
See,
a great performer.
He is one of the few people. Now that you mentioned that, it's really good that you mentioned that, because he's one of the first of the few people that can actually handle his personal life and his public life.
Keep them separate.
Exactly. And people respect him as an actor. They may not like his personal lifestyle, but they don't criticize him for it, because this is what he does and this is what people can talk about.
So just
Monica's watching us.
a
Hi, Monica.
side note. So there's this like a comparison that they do on all his films, that there's like a mandatory like motorcycle scene. There's a mandatory this scene. And they were showing clips of like all of his Mission Impossible, Top Gun, and all these other films.
Right.
And it's like a mandatory like silhouette of him on a motorcycle kind of thing.
You have to have the motorcycle.
It's like, dude, it's like, what the heck?
Hey,
Like,
that's
this
Ethan Hunt.
dude just loves those scenes.
And hanging from a roof, like so,
Like
or
so.
falling from a cable.
I mean,
from an
I gotta
skyscraper.
respect the guy. He still does. May not
His
do
own
all
stunts.
of his own stunts,
Yeah,
but
he does most of them.
He does a great number of them,
Mhm.
and that's for a person his age. Respect, man.
Oh yeah,
Respect.
definitely.
Still
Still waiting on
Yeah.
Top Gun 2.
Is this
Top
trailer
Gun
over
2.
yet? I don't want to keep watching it.
It's
Bam.
pretty long.
Oh,
There
the
we go.
Rock.
Speaking
Do
of the
you
Rock,
smell?
Smell.
Skyscraper.
Oh man, remember when we went to Stan Lee's Comic Con and
Yeah.
he said, "Hey, I'm on my way to Canada right now. I gotta go. Wish I could stay and sign some more like autographs, spend time with the fans. But I'm filming this new movie about skyscrapers, and here we go.
Yep. that's
Some of it
exactly
filmed in Canada
Most
those of
movies
you
are
that don't
filming Vancouver, Toronto nowadays.
Yeah.
You know why?
because it's close to New York.
no, because they look like it could be New York, it could be LA, and it's cheaper to film there.
nice.
Yeah,
And they actually do blow up buildings.
Plus,
Yeah.
Canadians have a reputation for being extra nice.
They are, yeah. They are the nicest people in the world.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know
all right.
any Canadians now
I
that I
don't.
think about it.
I don't either.
I do know a few.
Come to California, Canada.
Canada.
We'll treat you right. Hopefully. Maybe not as right as you would treat us. But we'll try.
Well,
So what is this
We'll
movie about,
attend.
Leo?
Well, it's about this big skyscraper,
Mhm.
and
him
Dwayne the
jumping
Rock
off.
Johnson is in charge of dismantling it with his left shoulder.
All right. Sounds like
He
a
just
movie
runs
The
and
Rock will
plows.
make.
When I saw this, I thought it was Rampage because it was not coming out not that long.
Right.
Mhm.
But no, it definitely is. It's a completely different thing. Nothing to do with that movie. It looks like it's some kind of terrorist kind of thing going on where I don't know
Usually.
if he's security, head of security kind of thing or what, but obviously he's in charge of that skyscraper.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he's just having a
a bad
ball,
day.
jumping out of windows and rescuing people. And
This kind of
He
reminds
plays
me to a
Lieutenant
point.
John McClane
Exactly. That's what I was gonna
Christmas
say.
night
Die Hard
in Canada.
That's freaking Die Hard. Oh man.
and he's missing a leg.
so the twist here is that he's a amputee, so he's got a disability,
What'd
a
you
handicap.
call him?
An
respect for the
amputee
Rock.
Leo, amputee Leo.
yeah, Leo.
And I mean, it looks good. I mean, it looks like it's gonna have a lot of action, but I
Sure does. That's The Rock.
don't know.
That's what you were talking about.
Remember, Rick, person first, then disability.
Yeah.
Don't call him by his disability. He's a person.
You respect him as a man.
Man first.
I did call him The Rock.
Exactly. Exactly our point. Man first.
Ah, Rick. Rick. I have hope that one day you'll be a nicer person, more gentle and
All
caring.
right, moving on.
This summer, man.
This summer. Bad Robot. So Netflix is surprising me, guys, because they're getting like first chances at new movies that should be in theaters. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I watched it.
Oh, you did already?
I watched it.
And what do you think?
I have no idea what this has to do with the other Cloverfield.
Well, that's what it's called Cloverfield Paradox.
Yeah, there's 3, I think.
Yeah, there's 3. The other
I-
one is Cloverfield Lane.
I remember the original one, which was the
The one
camera,
with the
right?
Steadicam.
That one was awesome.
I thought it was amazing. When I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna answer why that monster or what?
Where it came from? What is it?
No,
No?
no,
Just like Cloverfield Lane. Have you seen that one?
no, I haven't seen anything.
That one, spoilers for if you haven't seen it, that's basically just those 3 people in a basement. They hear the monster outside. They, that's what they're hiding
3 separate
from.
people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they're in a bunker.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. That's the whole movie.
So it sounds like these are all just kind of like
I think
separate
I've seen
stories, like
think I've
separate
seen it.
stories going on in the event of.
What happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
What I heard though, and I don't know, I mean, you said you saw it and you didn't understand it, but what I had heard about this movie in particular is that it was going to explain why the monster came or what made the monster come.
I mean, I guess if you stretch it out and kind of fill in the blanks yourself, yes, but it wasn't a clear like, boom, it happened like this.
So there's going to be more movies, definitely.
Um,
Oh, JJ. Oh, JJ.
Oh, JJ.
Oh, JG, silly goose.
So what are we
moving on.
watching?
We're watching
Oh, the hand disappeared. Oh, no.
Crash Bandicoot, as we all know, it had a great remastered. Had a lot of success with its remaster. And there are rumors that they're
Rumors?
working on a new title for
Look at all these
2009.
rumors.
2009?
2009.
Isn't that
From
already
Activision. And I'm sorry. Yes,
2018.
you are correct. What year are we in?
Exactly.
You
Too much time traveling.
you confused me there, Leo. I was like, what?
19.
It's like getting ready for 2009, guys.
2019. So
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I like Crash. But
I never
I
played one.
mean,
I haven't
never
played
played
any
a
of
single
the
one.
of the remastered
here's
ones.
the kicker, though. It's Activision. So they're
Oh.
saying
What happened to Sony
it's
or Mad
not
Dog?
it's not an exclusive to Sony like the original trilogy is, because of the way licensing works and all that. They're saying that they could work out a deal where
You know
Sony
what I
might pay
just
extra.
realized?
Sony might pay extra money to get this
licensing?
game not to come out on Xbox consoles or Microsoft platforms, but it is expected to be on PC and also Nintendo Switch.
You know
Just
what I
not
realized?
Xbox.
As you know, I started playing Uncharted. This gameplay looks a lot familiar now. When he's running away from things and the screen comes this
yes,
way.
yes.
I hate those levels.
Those are amazing.
Oh, I love those.
Uh,
Remember back in the old days, the Lion King on Super Nintendo?
oh yeah,
There were a few
Hyenas,
levels where
or
he's
not
running away from
Hyenas,
the wildebeests.
The wildebeest, yeah.
I love that stage.
No.
Really hard game,
Mm.
but I loved it.
I played the original. They were awesome. I didn't play any of the remastered ones or the remake ones, but I heard they were just as hard, if not harder.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping they stick with that formula for if they do come up with the next one
Yeah.
and make it impossible to pass.
Melinda loves Crash, apparently. Crash, all caps, and a few exclamation points there.
I'm
So
more of
I
a Mario
think
guy myself.
A lot of people are going to be stoked about this. And
Alright.
yes, I'm a Mario guy more so than I
True and
am
true.
this. I still have yet to actually play through a Crash Bandicoot game, but it's a big property, and I think it's worth noting.
All right.
I think that was it, guys.
That was it. So
Cool.
you want to call it a
show.
show, bro?
If you call this a show,
It was a show. It was interesting. It had drama, comedy, horror.
it had a lot of technical difficulties.
Exactly. But we
Ladies and
saved
gentlemen,
it.
let us know what you thought of today's show. What can we do right?
What can we do?
What
What did I do?
can we cut out? Trim some of the fat.
Leo's Furious 5.
I know a lot of people have been asking for Furious 5, Leo.
Well, let me tell you a little story.
He don't care. And
I keep asking people, like, what would you like to see me talk about? Put it in the comments.
no comment.
Nothing
No
in the
comments.
comments.
They played the 5th.
They plead the fifth.
All
So I don't think there's very much interest in it, except for from one person. But other than that, I don't
You're
know.
gonna get like a huge list of things to talk about.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe what I should do is I should like pre-record the Furious 5 and then just like do a little like halftime, you know.
Without Leo and Rick's, or without Rick's and Francisco's reactions.
It's like intermission for us. We go to the bathroom, get a drink, come
Yeah,
back.
because our show is so long.
Sometimes
It's not. I'm being sarcastic.
Sometimes it is.
I guess maybe we're just rambling at this point.
We got another comment.
Oh,
He's
somebody
got
has
topics.
topics for me.
Exactly.
Leave them in the comments.
Leave them in the comments. Let me know. I want to know. I really do. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Leo along with
Rick
and
Francisco.
this is DGT Live. Until next time, enjoy your games and love your families. Ciao.
It's Daddy's Game Time.
Remember to check us out at www.digitalgametime.com. Also on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All at keyword Digital Game Time.